actually super nervous right now because it's been so long since I filmed like a talkie video about giving some sort of advice. Planning to make this video since I've actually seen the term winter arc, and I thought it's actually a very good concept and a very good topic to talk more about and kind of like give a little bit of my understanding and speak of the experience and what I'm planning to do different this year and all that kind of stuff. But for some reason it took me so long to sit down and make this video, and I was thinking that I need to have a proper setup, I need to do my makeup. And then actually interestingly, during my last session with my therapist, when I was talking about my YouTube journey, we talked about one of the videos that actually had one of the most engagement and reach out of all, and she asked me, why do you think that happened? And I was like, well, it's probably because I was real. I filmed that video in my car. I wasn't planning anything, I wasn't scripting anything. I thought I might change my perception and approach to the talking videos because I was following what other creators were doing, and they had a nice setup, they prepared for the video, they had a script made up, they probably followed that script, and I tried that and it actually didn't really work for me. So I finally realized that maybe I need to have my own approach. The winter arc, it's a very interesting concept, and it refers to a period from October to January during which individuals are encouraged to reflect and refocus. It's time to leverage the cozy atmosphere of late fall and early winter to contemplate on the year that has passed. The concept encourages asking oneself questions like what worked well this year, what did not work, etc., and it can be a time of complete self-reinvention for some, while for others it can be a period of introspection and deeper self-conversations. So essentially, when I first heard about this term, I absolutely fell in love with the idea of slowing down before New Year instead of rushing to finish this year and immediately set resolutions for next year. I've done it many years that I would sit down on December 31st and I would frantically write down what I want to accomplish next year. And you know what? Every year felt kind of the same in terms that I didn't always achieve what I wanted. Most of the time I maybe achieved like one or two things of the ginormous list. I understand that all those desires or dreams or whatever that I wanted, they were actually not mine. They were more like a society driven, and society almost pushed those desires and dreams on me. I felt extreme pressure to set those New Year's resolutions and to accomplish those New Year's resolutions. And I think when you feel pressured, you have a resistance towards achieving those things and towards taking any steps. I did not actually reflect on the year that has passed, and I think that was the biggest mistake. I didn't understand what worked well for me, where it didn't. I didn't actually give myself enough praise and encouragement for the things that I've actually done. Instead, I focused on the things that I didn't have, so kind of like a lack mindset. This year, what I'm planning to do is take the time to slow the fuck down. Instead of focusing on the resolutions and all that kind of stuff, I'm actually going to be focusing on understanding what worked for me this year, what didn't, what changes I want to make, what things I want to accomplish, and what I'm going to do to accomplish those things. When I'm going to be setting up those goals, I'm not going to be focusing on the things that I cannot control, that are essentially out of my control. So for example, like a goal of, say, achieving 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, which I really want to, but at the same time, I understand that I cannot control that outcome. I can do my best to accomplish it, but at the same time, I don't know how the algorithm will work. I don't know what people are going to be watching my videos. I don't know what's going on in their lives. I don't know if they will have a desire to subscribe to my channel and all those things. Instead, I'm actually going to focus more on providing value with my content, on having fun creating that content, and essentially improving one thing with every single video. So that's kind of briefly what I'm going to be focusing on. For example, if you have a goal of losing 10 pounds or 20 pounds or whatever that amount might be, you have to understand that you do not fully control on how your body is going to react to your diet. So maybe shifting that goal to, I actually wrote it down yesterday when I was thinking about this video. So for example, you can set something like build more strength and resistance so I can run half a marathon and feel confident in my skin. You have that goal, but in that goal you also have your why in it. So that's what kind of keeps you motivated to keep going and keep doing things. So that goes into the terms of setting goals and intentions that you can control, that align with who you are. And you can do that in your journal. Actually, you can start doing it right now. You don't have to wait to December 31st. That's the whole point of Winter Arc, is, in my opinion, to start doing things gradually. And I think you don't have to do everything in one go. I think if you do it kind of like in little chunks or in journaling sessions, or actually you maybe like leave 2 or 3 pages for one goal and you add as you go. Maybe you have more ideas, maybe you have more thoughts, maybe your goals will change, by the end of the year. So I think that's fine. And I think that's kind of like the approach that I would take, and maybe you could try taking towards accomplishing your goals. The other aspect of Winter Arc, not only about slowing down, but trying to figure out on your routine or established routine, especially if you don't have one. I do strongly believe in the power of routine. I think they can be life transforming, life changing, and you do not need a routine that is busy. I think you need to have a few core things in your routine that you can sustain, that are actually beneficial for you, good for you. Like, for example, working out twice or 3 times a week, or drinking a glass of warm water in the morning, things like that. If you want to dive deeper in the routine aspect, I made up actually 3 videos on the routine and how you can routinize aspects of your life to make your life much better, easier, and just kind of like stress-free. So make sure that you check them out. Briefly, figure out what works for you, figure out what doesn't. You don't have to do what other people are doing if it does not work for you. And it's honestly all trial and error. And it's also okay if things change down the road. So maybe it worked for you that you were working out every morning, and now maybe it doesn't work for you, or you don't feel good, or whatever. So it can change. And I think it's important to be flexible and adaptable and not stubborn when it comes to your routine. So now that we talked a little bit about routine, I think we could talk a little bit about journaling. I did speak about it briefly when I was talking about goals and stuff. When you are journaling, and when we're coming to the end of the year, it's important to reflect on the year that is currently passing. I think you should start with all the things that went well for you, all the things that you're genuinely grateful for. See what you did to accomplish those things. What steps did you take? What mind shifts you had? Whatever you did to accomplish those goals, to accomplish those things, to feel better, to maybe heal, write those things down. And then you can reflect on what didn't go so well. And you can also write down what you did or you didn't do for those things to not manifest or to not appear. And also you need to understand that maybe those things didn't happen because the timing is not right. Maybe they'll happen down the road, or maybe they're just not right for you. You do not have to reflect on it in a one huge go. I think if you just reflect on it every day or whatever, I think that's fine. It literally, you need to be doing it in your own pace, and everybody's different. Let's talk about movement and physical activity. I think we also need to understand that we have to love and accept our bodies for what they currently are. We need to stop shaming our bodies. We need to stop hating ourselves and our bodies, because our body is our vessel and it allows you to do all these beautiful things that you can do. It allows you to watch this video. It allows you to hear me talking, it allows you to feel, it allows you to taste, it allows you to hear, it allows you to do so many beautiful things. It allows you to experience the world around you. So let's just stop hating our bodies. Let's just stop saying that, if I were skinnier, or if I were more bulkier, or whatever, I would be feeling happier. You have to be happy in your current body. You have to take care of your body. You have to love your body. I know I'm saying that you have to, but you kind of do, really. And I think when you start loving your body responds back to you by actually allowing you to maybe lose that stubborn weight or develop more strength. And it honestly all happens when you stop torturing your body with strenuous exercise or diets or whatever. Find type of movement or type of diet that works for you, again, through trial and error. Fix your relationship with food, fix your relationship with exercise, and the only way you can do it is by being mindful of what you actually doing. So maybe you don't need to do, those strenuous exercises. Maybe you actually need to slow the fuck down and just go for a walk or do some stretches. So go kind of like inside of you and listen to what your body needs, listen to what your body craves. Same with the food, maybe your body does not actually tolerate keto. Maybe you need to mindfully eat all the food. Go inside of you and reflect and honestly just notice how your body feels when you do certain things, because your body has all the answers, really. Be gentle, be kind. Your body really deserves that. The other thing that kind of ties up into my previous video that I made about consumption, I think it's important to kind of declutter our space at the end of the year, because we probably accumulated a lot of things that maybe we don't need, or maybe we accumulated some things that no longer resonate with us. So I think as you journal, as you reflect on the year that's passing, as you are setting up your goals, you're kind of going to get clear on what you want and what you don't want, and what aligns with you, with who you are, with your values, with who you want to be, and what doesn't. So I think it'll be a good time for you to actually go through things that you have and kind of declutter, get rid of some things. If you need a little bit more guidance, you can watch my video on the consumption and understand what the mindful consumption is. And hopefully that'll be a little guide for you to kind of like go through your space, see what you like, see what you don't like, see what aligns with you, see what doesn't align with you. A really good thing, at least for me, was to kind of like rearrange in my space a little bit, because I don't know, it just feels so much better, and the way I rearranged it right now, it just feels so much more cozier. So it definitely helps me to kind of like not even hibernate, but just feel better in my own apartment. So yeah, be creative. Even if you think that there's no opportunity for you to reorganize your space, there's always something. You can even move like your knickknacks around, or maybe you can move pillows, or change your blanket to a different blanket or whatever. But there's like a little opportunities, and sometimes little things make the biggest impact. So keep that in mind. What I want you to understand by the end of this video, do not rush into the new year thinking that things will be different. Things will not be different unless you actually start changing something within you right now. Your year will be absolutely the same. So reflect on the year that has passed. I'm begging you, just be present, just enjoy what you have. I think the term of fall is kind of like harvesting what we have. So harvest what you have, harvest what you've created this year so far. Enjoy what you have. Just kind of like cultivate that energy so that you can eventually invest in yourself next year. I think if we actually use this time to slow down and not rush, and just kind of like enjoy ourselves, enjoy time with the family, especially over the holidays, not stress out over, getting gifts or sometimes very unnecessary things to each other just for the purpose of giving somebody. I think if we just give each other our time, our undivided attention, just an opportunity for somebody to confide in us and just talk and vent, I think we will provide them with the best gift out of all. With that being said, I hope all this yapping and blabbering made sense. I tried to get back into talky videos, but I did actually enjoy filming some vlogs. So let me know what you guys like. Let me know if you enjoyed this. Let me know if you want me to do more vlogs. Let me know if you kind of like a mix of this where I'm like talking a little bit and edit some like elements of comfort. But anyway, thanks so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for taking your time and watching this video. I am hoping that it will be beneficial and useful for you, and see you in my next video. Bye.